Shalom Aleichem and Bruchim Habayim. Moshe Langado here, speaking under the auspices of Kollel, Baruch Ahavat Yisrael in Southern California, and Sha'rei Tziyon here in Brooklyn, New York. This week we'll be reading in the Torah Parshat Shelach. Parshat Shelach starts off with a great tragedy. Bnei Yisrael sent spies into the land of Israel thinking that was the appropriate thing to do. And maybe it was. But the report brought by the spies was horrendous. Rather than say that victory is in our hands because we have God Almighty on our side, they predicted total defeat. And Bnei Israel cried that night. And that night, history plays tricks with us, was the night of Tisha B'Av. They cried for no purpose. They had no faith. But it would be a night of crying for true disaster throughout our history. Tisha B'Av, we cry for the destruction of the first and second Beit HaMikdash. And that was the night that the 12 spies gave their report. My friends, punishment was fast coming. God decided that all the males would not enter into Eretz Yisrael, but the women's would. Yes, the mothers, the grandmothers, the sisters would all enter into Eretz Yisrael. It was only a punishment for the males. Does that mean that the women did not listen to the spies? I don't know. But I do know that the women did show in many places their loves for the land of Israel. For example, Benot Tzlofchad, the daughters of Tzlofchad. Tzlofchad was a man who had no sons. He only had daughters. And they fought. And they won a portion in the land of Israel. They claimed to Moshe, our fathers had no sons. Does that mean his portion of the land should go to naught? We should receive it. And God loved their claim. How much they loved to have a piece of land in Israel. And he gave it to them. Showing how much women loved the land of Israel. And maybe here also. But they were not punished. And I can tell you something. That when Shlomo HaMelech says, Shema beni musar avicha, v'al titosh torat imecha, the teachings of the father are called the musar, the discipline of the father. But the teaching of the mothers are called torat imecha. The father can be at times substituted. The father is busy. He cannot teach the son. The son will go to yeshiva and have a what? A surrogate father. Who is the surrogate father? That's his Rebbe. He will teach him Torah. Can be done. And that is the system which we use today. That the Rebbe, to a great extent, takes upon the responsibility of teaching the young man, which really is the responsibility of the father. But the mother's teaching, that can only be done by the mother. That's Torat Imecha. My friends, even if the woman did have a feeling of depression when they heard the words of the spies, but how would it be possible for Bnei Yisrael to enter into Eretz Yisrael without mothers and grandmothers? Therefore, the punishment was not on them. We have to realize and have hakarat hatov and a tremendous respect for our mothers. Yes, they don't teach us the Torah as far as Baba Kaman, Baba Metzia, and Berachot, and all Shas. That is the responsibility of the fathers. But the mothers do teach us the spirit of the Torah, the love of the Torah, the greatness of prayers from when we are young, the beauty of Tehillim. That's something that maybe cannot be substituted with a Rebbe. Let us always give thanks to our mothers, to our grandmothers, to our older sisters, for they do have a great portion in our upbringing and our closeness to God Almighty. Shabbat Shalom.